The arrival of the first large shipment of German Leopard tanks in the Philippines marks a groundbreaking chapter in the nation's military modernization program and reshapes the strategic landscape of Southeast Asia. For decades, the Philippine Army has relied on lightly armored vehicles and outdated systems, struggling to project a credible deterrent on land against both internal and external threats. This new acquisition of Leopard tanks, widely regarded as some of the most advanced and battle-tested main battle tanks in the world, signals a dramatic transformation for the country's defense capabilities and reflects Manila's determination to strengthen its national security in the face of increasing geopolitical challenges. The Leopard series, particularly the Leopard 2 variant, has long been a cornerstone of NATO's armored forces and has proven its worth in conflicts across Europe, the Middle East, and other regions. With cutting-edge firepower, mobility, and armor protection, these tanks represent a technological leap for the Philippine Army. In the past, the country's ground forces were often seen as under-equipped compared to regional counterparts like Thailand, Indonesia, and Singapore, all of which operate modern main battle tanks. Now, the arrival of the German Leopards finally elevates the Philippine Army into the ranks of nations capable of deploying credible armored formations, capable of both defensive and offensive operations. For Manila, the timing of this delivery could not be more significant. Regional tensions in the West Philippine Sea have escalated in recent years, with China continuing to assert its expansive territorial claims and fortifying artificial islands with military infrastructure. While tanks are not directly relevant to maritime disputes, they play a crucial role in securing the homeland, defending strategic installations, and deterring incursions on land. The presence of Leopard tanks boosts the Philippine Army's ability to defend key territories such as Luzon, Palawan, and Mindanao, while also providing reassurance to the public and demonstrating the government's resolve to modernize its forces. Germany's decision to supply the Philippines with Leopard tanks also reflects Berlin's growing engagement in the Indo-Pacific. As a NATO power and one of the world's leading arms producers, Germany has traditionally maintained a limited security role in Asia. However, the rise of Chinese assertiveness and the global rebalancing of power have encouraged Berlin to cultivate stronger defense ties with like-minded democracies. The Leopard shipment is not only a commercial transaction but also a symbol of strategic cooperation between Europe and Southeast Asia, opening doors for further collaboration in training, logistics, and defense technology. From a technical standpoint, the Leopard tanks bring advanced features to the Philippine Army. Their 120mm smoothbore gun provides devastating firepower capable of neutralizing enemy armor and fortifications. State-of-the-art targeting systems, thermal imaging, and advanced optics allow Leopards to fight effectively day or night, in all weather conditions. With modular armor protection and powerful diesel engines, they offer both survivability and mobility on diverse terrains, from urban centers to rural landscapes. This capability stands in stark contrast to the Philippines' previous reliance on light armored vehicles such as the Simba and upgraded M113s, which lacked both the protection and firepower of modern tanks. Critics have long questioned whether the Philippines truly needed heavy tanks, given its archipelagic geography and focus on maritime security. However, defense planners argue that the Leopard acquisition fills a critical gap in national defense. In the event of a major conflict, armored forces provide the backbone of ground defense, securing critical bases, airfields, and command centers. Moreover, tanks serve as a powerful psychological deterrent, signaling to adversaries that the Philippines is no longer defenseless on land. The Leopard fleet will likely be deployed in strategic regions where conventional threats may arise, while also serving as a valuable asset for joint training exercises with allied forces such as the United States, Japan, and Australia. The regional implications of this shipment are equally significant. Neighboring countries will closely watch how the Philippine Army integrates these tanks into its force structure. For ASEAN partners like Vietnam and Malaysia, the move reflects a broader regional trend toward military modernization, driven by the need to hedge against uncertainty in the South China Sea. For China, the arrival of leopards in the Philippines may not directly alter the maritime balance, but it reinforces the image of Manila as a nation unwilling to remain militarily vulnerable. In Beijing's eyes, the strengthening of Philippine ground forces, backed by Western partners, represents yet another obstacle to Chinese ambitions in the region. The Leopard acquisition also highlights the importance of training and logistics. Tanks are highly complex machines requiring skilled crews, constant maintenance, and a steady supply of spare parts. Germany's partnership with the Philippines will likely extend into areas such as crew training, maintenance workshops, and logistical support chains to ensure operational readiness. Filipino tank crews will undergo rigorous instruction to master combined arms tactics, maneuver warfare, and interoperability with infantry, artillery, and air support. Over time, this training will enhance the Philippine Army's professionalism and operational effectiveness, ensuring that the Leopards are not merely symbolic assets but practical tools of deterrence and defense. On the domestic front, the Leopard deal has stirred both pride and debate. Many Filipinos see the arrival of these tanks as a powerful statement that their country is no longer content with being under-equipped and dependent on allies for defense. Instead, Manila is taking bold steps to modernize and assert control over its national security destiny. Others raise concerns about the costs involved, arguing that resources could be better spent on maritime assets, coastal defenses, or economic development. Yet the Philippine government has made clear that modernization requires balance, and that a credible defense posture cannot neglect ground forces in favor of naval and air power alone. Looking ahead, the Leopard shipment could pave the way for further defense acquisitions from Europe. German technology in artillery, armored vehicles, and even air defense systems could become part of the Philippine modernization roadmap. As Manila strengthens ties with Berlin, it may also find opportunities for joint production, technology transfer, and deeper cooperation with NATO allies. This diversification of defense partners reduces over-reliance on any single supplier and enhances the Philippines' resilience in an unpredictable world. Ultimately, the arrival of German Leopard tanks in the Philippines represents far more than the delivery of armored vehicles. It symbolizes a decisive shift in the nation's defense philosophy, a leap forward in capability, and a new era of international partnerships. For the Philippine Army, it is the dawn of an armored age, where ground forces finally possess the power and technology to defend the nation's sovereignty with credibility. For the Filipino people, it is a source of national pride and reassurance that their country is preparing to meet the challenges of the 21st century. And for the region, it is a reminder that Southeast Asia is no longer a passive spectator in global power politics, but an arena where nations are determined to secure their future with strength and resolve.